With the Equipped Professionals, we met Charles, a graduate with big dreams but a common challenge. Charles had the skills, the qualifications, and the will to succeed, but he struggled with one thing that keeps many people from their breakthrough, and that is how to match his skills to the employer's needs. What was his challenge? How to summarize everything he brings to the table in a way that will catch attention fast, like a sharp mean 30-second speech or a compelling power statement. It is a familiar challenge. How do you communicate your value quickly, with confidence, and leave an impression that lasts? Today, for our Fable Friday with Equipped Professionals, we're going to help Charles find his way forward through the power of a story. Let me tell you a story, one that could change Charles's perspective and maybe yours too. It's about a young woman named Ruth who lived many years ago in the land of Moab. Ruth wasn't much different from Charles. She was at a crossroad in life. Her husband had passed away. She was left with no income, no family except her mother-in-law Naomi, and no clear path forward. They were poor and alone, living in a foreign land, trying to figure out their next move. But Ruth wasn't one to give up. Like Charles, she knew she had something to offer: a loyalty, a work ethic, and a willingness to learn. So she took a chance. She decided to follow Naomi to Bethlehem, a place she'd never been, hoping to find a way to provide for them both. Once they arrived, Ruth didn't wait for opportunity to come to her. She went out and found it. She started gathering grain in the fields, not knowing that the owner, Boaz, was watching her. He was impressed with her work ethic, her humility, and her devotion to her family. Boaz could have hired anyone to work for him, but Ruth stood out because of how she matched her strengths to the needs of the situation. She didn't need to boast or exaggerate her actions. Her skills and her character spoke louder than words. And it didn't take long for Boaz to recognize that Ruth had exactly what he needed. Ruth's willingness to put her skills to work no matter the circumstance led to an unexpected outcome. She not only secured her future and Naomi's, but also became the wife of Boaz, securing her place in history and in the lineage of King David. So what can Charles learn from Ruth? First, that sometimes the opportunity isn't waiting for you, you have to go out and create it, just like Ruth did in the fields. Second, it's about matching your strengths, your skills to the needs of those around you. You do not need to embellish or exaggerate, just be clear, be honest, and be hardworking. And finally, persistence is key. Ruth didn't give up, and neither should Charles. Charles, like Ruth, has to find ways to match his skills, his strengths, with what the employer truly needs. Employers are looking for people who solve their problems, and that's exactly what Charles can do. If he communicates it right, Charles and everyone else facing a similar challenge can learn that sometimes the breakthrough comes not from trying to do more, but from focusing on what you already do well, and showing others how you can solve their problems. Hence, we highly recommend our Land Your Dream Job ebook to Charles and anyone ready to take their job search to the next level. Packed with actionable advice, it can help you find your path forward just as Ruth did in Bethlehem.